All right, for this week's optical illusion, you are going to need a ruler or something with a straight edge. It can be a book. You need something round to trace, something circular. This can be a bowl, a small plate. I'm using a roll of tape. You can use anything that is round. You need a pencil and you need some color marker to add color with. You can pick any one that you want. I think I will pick that one. And that's what you need for this, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna take your pencil and you're gonna trace your circle. Okay. Next, you are gonna take your straight edge and you are going to create a grid of lines going behind your circle. Don't go through. I'll show you what I mean. So I'm gonna draw a line. Now when I get to here, I'm gonna draw a line down, and when I get to my circle, I'm gonna stop, pick up my pencil, and put it back down on the other side. Pick up the other side. It's okay if your lines aren't perfectly spaced apart, as long as they look pretty close, you'll be good. Then once you get past your circle, you can start going straight down. And you're gonna do that going this way. Same thing. Pick up my pencil, come out the other side. All right, so that's what you should have. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to take these lines that are going behind, we're gonna put them on the circle, but they're gonna be bent. I'll show you what I mean. So let's start with this line right here that should be going through. Rather than draw it straight, I'm gonna draw a curved line that almost comes down right to the edge of my circle. You can barely see it, but it's bent. Now I'm gonna go to the next one up. I'm gonna draw a line that goes from there to the other side, but it's gonna be bent going down and back up, kind of like a smile. Now, this is the halfway point of my circle, which means the lines above my halfway point are gonna curve up. So I'm gonna take this line and go here, and instead of going down, I'm gonna go up like a frown. To make it more round, let me erase that line. And then I've got one more to do. Like that. So now I have my lines going up, up, down, down. If the way that you did your grid gives you a line that comes straight to the center of your circle, you can draw a straight line through. It's only the lines above the halfway point that are going to be curved and below the halfway point that are going to be curved. Now I'm going to turn my paper and we're going to do the same thing. This line, we're not even going to see because it's going to follow the edge of my circle. But this one we will see, and it's above my halfway point, so I'm going to curve up like that. Then I'm going to flip this over because it's easier for me, and I'm going to draw another curved line going away from the center. And same with this guy up here. Okay, so now I have this. It's the lines on the ball are curved away from the center. The lines outside are perfectly straight. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to draw in some shadows, shade in some shadows using the edge of my pencil on the bottom of my circle, both on the inside and the outside, and I'm going to exaggerate it on one side. You'll see what I mean. So I'm going to add just some shading down here, really light with the pencil. Start probably about halfway up. on both sides. If you want to smudge it a little bit with your finger, you absolutely can. All right, so there's my smudging on that side. Probably add a little bit more darker right on the bottom edge here. Smudge. And I'm going to do the same thing on my background, but I think I'm going to extend it this way. So I'm going to pretend that my light source is coming from up here and shading it down this way. So I'm going to go outside my circle. Just some light pencil here. And I'm going to go out this way. Keep my shadows darkest, closest to the ball, and lighter as they go away. And again, feel free to smudge away. Now you're probably starting to see the illusion a little bit. This flat drawing, I'm making the ball look, the circle look like a ball, like 3D, like a sphere coming off the paper. Lots of smudging. Now I'm going to start to add the marker color in when I'm happy with my shading. Work on this as much as you want, because you can always erase if it gets to be too much shading and you're feeling like it's a little bit much. That's what the eraser is for. And when I finish this is when I'm going to add in the color with the marker, and it's just going to make it all pop. So if you want, you can use a black marker for this step. You don't have to use a colored one, completely up to you. And be prepared. We are going to cover up the shading a little bit, but we'll add it back in after. But it was easier to add the shading right away. That way we can still see it later on. So what you're going to do is you're going to fill this in like a checkerboard. You're going to do every other every other square filled in. And I'm going to fast forward through this part so you can see it super, super fast. All right, once you finish your background, you're gonna look and see where it makes sense for you to have your colored pieces on the square. So this tiny section up here is right next to that one, so I'm gonna leave that one white. I think the one is gonna be this one right here. So I'll carefully color that in and then follow the grid from there. All right, once you finish coloring, you're gonna go back in with that pencil and make sure that your shadows are super, super clear. Might even want to bring them up a little bit. All right, and there you have it. You have made a flat 2D picture, but this looks 3D, like you could just reach down and pull it up.